Welcome back. Sim Series, Episode 4, Take 4.
Woo, woo, woo.
Struggle bus with technology. Everybody knows I'm a great technologically inclined gentleman.
Yes.
So this is the last time. We're going to get it. It's going to be great. I am joined with Lucas. Pinecrest Park aficionado is going to be what's on his gold statue when it gets
put out on the
put
course.
up there.
Yeah.
We're going to talk with Lucas today about his Pinecrest endeavors, what got him into it, how he got his start there, some tips and tricks, and who he talked to, and all that kind of fun stuff. While playing the Link Disc Golf Simulator, we'll see if Lucas can beat me. I haven't been beat yet. I haven't been bested. So, although you've got the advantage.
I got you.
Now, like I said, this is the 4th time we've done this. So Lucas has already heard a fun, surprising fact about me that he's going to pretend to act surprised about again. Lucas, did you know that I was a D1 cross-country runner?
You were?
I was.
What?
Yes, I ran at the UW Green Bay.
Oh.
A couple pounds lighter ago.
Every year?
So, just 1 year. My freshman year I ran.
Okay.
So, but Michael and I, for our New Year's resolution, decided we're going to run. And I hurt myself running. Lower calf.
So I have the advantage, is what you're saying.
So yeah.
Okay. In
case
if you lose.
And if I lose, it's like the
gotcha.
asterisk, like, oh,
right.
Doesn't count against the official record. If I lose.
Word.
So, tell me a little bit about how you got started with just jumping into Pinecrest like an absolute warrior and
taking on the project.
Yeah, because like those course maintenance stuff,
now.
the things that you do, league that happens there, like that doesn't happen like by random chance or like you just don't jump into that, like,
right.
Or do you jump into that, I guess is the...
I mean, I kind of had to. So what happened was I was introduced to disc golf when I went off to college. So
Sure.
I've now been playing for about 11 years.
in the fantastic Stevens Point area, which is an amazing spot for disc golf.
Yes, it is a fantastic. And so what happened was I got married, I moved to Green Bay, and I decided I wanted to take disc golf a little bit more serious.
Sure.
And so the first step in taking disc golf more serious, start signing up for tournaments and get into the community and get onto a league.
Right.
The league I chose was at Pinecrest Park. It was a local park, probably about 5 minutes from my apartment.
Sure.
And so in June of 2019, I started attending that league regularly. And the individual, Paul was his name, or is his name, was going to be leaving to go to Colorado and needed somebody to take it over. Well, I decided that I was new to Green Bay and I wasn't going to be leaving anytime soon. So I would like to take over the league for him. So starting in August, I took it over, ran it for about a month, and everything was going...
Change your disc.
Yeah, please
want the
give me
putter?
a putter. Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And so... I started running the league there. There was probably about 8 to 12 guys there that first year. Really got to know the community pretty well just because I was fresh to the area, and these guys have probably been playing together for years. Still me. I'm still out.
Yeah.
And starting that next year, I continued on with it, and more people ended up showing up to it.
Sure.
And in the meantime, as we're playing and everything, now this was a course, mind you, it was constructed in 2007, had a redesign in 2017.
Right.
And now we're playing on it in 2020.
Sure.
So these baskets and the whole course has had abuse for 13 years already.
And for those of you who don't know, the redesign pretty much played opposite direction of what the
current
layout is.
Yeah.
And it was insanely swampy. Like it just there was during the spring it was unplayable. Any type of rain, unplayable. So redesign much better than the old design.
And so by us playing regularly, we were a weekly Monday night league. I started having more and more people show up, and they're all voicing their opinions to me that they wanted to make this course better. And so did I. I wanted this course to be the course that everyone wanted to go to in the area and to play. Because it was at the time was the only course that offered bomber open holes.
Right.
Now when I say bomber, I mean over 300 feet.
Right, longer.
You're
yeah.
just having longer shots where you actually want
Yeah,
to.
this is way before Shorewood, even like
Right.
your pampering in its current state, like.
Correct. And so from then on, I started taking people's advice and everything on what they wanted to see out there. I even put in my own kind of like suggestions and everything, kind of what I wanted to do. First and foremost, we had to get tee pads. So in 2019, we did tee pads. And then moving forward, there was always one project that we wanted to work on.
Right.
Starting out, so this course is actually owned by the village. It's owned by
Howard,
the village of Howard.
Yeah.
And so this wasn't a private course. I couldn't just go to the landowner and say, hey, we want to start making improvements to your course out here. Can we help? I had to go to the village town hall. I had to figure out who was in charge. I had to email him. And honestly, it was like 2 to 3 weeks of agony, like waiting for that reply. Is he going to accept what we want and what we have to offer? And he was very receptive. His name's Mike Harris. He's the director for Howard. I am in a bad position, folks.
Stuck.
I'm stuck in the rocks. It's going to take me a couple shots to
get out of there.
And he was very receptive, but you could still sense that I'm stuck.
Are you stuck?
I am stuck.
No.
We're gonna try something real gnarly here.
Oh, just maybe like a shink-a-dink off the wall, hopefully.
No. All right.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna throw.
You moved though.
I'm gonna throw a couple just to try to get out of here. Anyways, I could still get the sense that he didn't really trust disc golf. He didn't realize how big it was.
Sure.
I am on the edge. I might be able to pitch out of here now.
Might. You're either in the rock or you're.
And so, he was kind of apprehensive at first.
Yeah.
With all of the ideas that we had, because I did come at him all at once.
Sure.
With,
hey, you're above the rock now.
With too many suggestions.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we got the tee pads put in. And I went in 2020, right at the end of the season, and I saw the significance that it had after that. Now I'm sure that COVID probably had something to do with it, because we all know as disc golfers, COVID was a very good year for us. It was a very good year for our sport. Which is weird to say, because everything else in the world just
everything else
fell apart.
Shut down
But disc golf went like this.
Yeah.
But then we started making more improvements, working with the village.
Yeah.
They definitely funded a lot of money for us.
Sure.
But we as a league, we were doing our own fundraising on the side. So for leagues, we have a mulligan pot where for that evening, you can put $1 in to have a mulligan to use during your round.
Okay.
That all goes right into the course.
Nice.
And so that helped us go towards tee signs. It helped go towards benches.
Yeah.
It helped go towards new baskets. We now have an island hole out there, an elevated hole. We now have a full another 18 alternate sleeves out there.
Sure.
We've done a lot of things, and that's just through the fundraising of the community. Not actually doing like fundraiser tournaments or anything, but just through doing leagues. We've been able to,
and I think that's huge.
accumulate that money.
I think that's just a good stepping off point of like, you can't expect the village or the city or the town that you have these courses in to just front you all the money. Like,
right.
Even your 9-hole course that you want to improve, like you got to show initiative as well.
Yes.
Like you've put on your time, you've put in, good shot, keep going. The club, the league has put in money to help. Like all these folks have put in money to make it better, and you can't just go to the city and be like, hey, we want this, give us this. Like I think if you go to them with a plan, you're more apt to get some stuff done.
Exactly. And so at first I wasn't a course ambassador or anything of that sort, and I just had these big ideas for the course.
Sure.
And so I think I scared him a little bit at first, because I was like, hey, we want to go and make all of these changes.
Yeah.
He's like, well, hold on, let's pull back the reins a little bit.
Yeah.
What can we do first to help you out? And so once we got those tee pads in, I then realized how much people actually really enjoyed Pinecrest.
Yes. Yeah.
Because our turnout for league nights drastically increased.
Sure.
Oh, going on to the second course, folks.
Yeah, second course.
So I would say our very first year, it was 8 to 15 people. And then our next year it doubled, our next year it doubled, our next year it was about the same. But now this year, so now we've done T-pads, T-signs, benches, garbages, and baskets. And now next year we will have our alternate basket locations as well. We've grown to over a 50-person league with a total of 250 members.
Whew. That's wild. That's
Yeah, so if everyone would show up one night, it would be utter chaos.
right.
But weekly, we average about 50 to 55 people.
Back half, lookout tower. So you said your league is, if everybody showed up, you have 250 unique members.
Individuals.
That
Yes, we
is
have 250 unique
insane.
members. And we average about 50 to 55 people every night.
Sure. And that's I think that there's something to be said about, because how long have you been running the league?
I've now been doing it for 5 years. This will be my 6th.
And was this the biggest turnout year you've had?
Yes.
Okay.
By far.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot. Oh, that's over you. I think there's a lot to be said about, like, just sticking with it, like trusting the, for use a basketball term or whatever, like trust the process. Like,
Yes.
Trust the process that you're going to. Hit that rock? Yes. Like just because you started league in the first year and you only have 8 to 10 people show up, doesn't mean that that's going to be like that forever. I mean, you were just saying you had 8 to 12 people show up, in your first couple of years, and now with the course improvements that you've been able to make, and the longevity, and people know what to expect when they come to a whoa. Hey, we got this. Yeah, fix the camera. She got a little squirrely on us. We got the AI activated. There we go.
Might be me.
It's you. Yeah.
It is me.
But there's something to be said about just having that consistency in the league, knowing that every Monday this is what you're going to expect. Like, so to all you aspiring league,
Don't give up.
league managers, don't give up.
Yeah, don't give up.
Because you can do tremendous things. I mean, you said you've funded a lot of your projects with the Mulligan Pot,
Yes.
like those type of things, and you volunteer a lot of your time, but also your league has done a lot to push that forward, which has been amazing.
Yes. Well, you mentioned that too, that I volunteer a lot of my own time. I do. So when I'm not running leagues, it's still me.
I ripped one.
When I'm not running leagues on Monday nights, you'll actually find me out on the course. I do a lot of course maintenance out there.
Mhm.
So for a job, I actually do habitat restoration.
Sure.
So I am out on the landscape. I'm taking out invasive plants and making habitats better.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring that to the course as well, because while we were
Oh, get
playing,
the basket. Oh.
while we were playing out there, we had a lot of buckthorn, we had prickly ash, we had autumn olive, honeysuckle, we had all kinds of other things that all want to poke you and prod you and scratch you, and it just made for a not so fun round.
Sure.
I think we've all been there where we've had bad rounds where we spend a lot more time in the rough than we do on the fairways.
Yeah.
And the Pinecrest rough was brutal. Not only were you losing discs, you're going in and getting bloodied.
That's the worst.
And so I wanted to make it more enjoyable as well. And there was a lot of rough areas where there was brush and trees. Finally, you're up.
It's me.
A lot of brush and trees, and so I took it upon myself to help some of those trees.
Yeah.
So I was thinning things out so those trees could grow bigger and better, but then I was also removing a lot of the thick brush.
Okay.
And I
Disc
think
golf?
it's definitely showed.
Yeah.
People still say that Pinecrest is a hard course in the middle of the summer because of the rough,
Oh, sure.
but it's not what it used to be 5 years
Oh,
ago.
no. Goodness, no. It's way better than it used to be. And I think the disc golf is really good for the environment just in general. Like, gets rid of a lot of the invasive stuff that's there. Like, just with the constant, like, track through and, like, movement of people. Like, it's just good for that. Like, and we need that for disc golf.
Yes.
Like,
I do want to see it more on courses. There's
Mhm.
many courses I've gone to where you do see those invasive species, and
Yeah.
you do play in those courses where if you get off the fairway, it's rough with gnarly brush.
Yeah.
And I would like to see a little bit more course manicuring and just tidying
Yeah.
up that rough. Not
Right.
make the rough easy, because that's what the rough is intended for. It's intended to be difficult.
Oh, yeah. No, stop rolling.
You get in there, and now you're not looking at an easy pitch out for your par.
No,
you're
I
still
think
struggling to get a bogey.
I'm a firm believer. If you throw a bad shot, you should be punished for it.
Yes.
Like,
But there's going into rough and being miserable, and then there's going into rough and having a challenge.
Correct. Yes. Right.
And that's what I wanted to bring back to Pinecrest because it needs to be a challenging course because it is still wide open.
Right.
And so if you make a bad shot, you do need to be punished
Sure.
for it.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't go in there and come out bleeding.
Right. 100%.
And so that was a big thing of what I've been doing, especially in the off seasons during the winter, is going in and removing some of that brush. So when we do go back out there in the spring, summer, and fall, we have a really nice course to play
Right.
on.
Yes. Yeah. And it just like we've said a couple of times, like it's gotten better with time, and again, that's a lot. Like we joked around earlier about the statue in your name for the course, but really you've done a lot out there. Your league has done a lot, and the Green Bay community appreciates it for you. Like appreciates that you've done it. So much so that everyone's excited that you're picking up another league next year.
I will be.
That's
I will
exciting.
be. Yes. And so there was a new course that came out. It came out 2 years ago, but then last year they decided to convert it from a 9-holer, which is where they started.
Sure.
Because they wanted to see if it was going to be a successful course. And then they turned it into 18 last year. And this is actually at Spring Lake Church. It's a church that I go to. And so I do know the course designers there. And I also was an attendee of their league out there. And I will be taking that league over this next year because the league director just doesn't have enough free time to do so. He got married and he's starting a family.
Oh, good
so
for him.
he wanted to step down from that and he wanted somebody taking over. I was like, well, I really like this league. I really like this course. And I want to help improve it because it's, again, one of those courses that has really brutal rough.
Yeah.
And I think by going out there, it doesn't need much. It's got tee signs, it's got tee pads, and
Right,
it's got
right.
beautiful baskets.
Now the difference, if you want to make any improvements there, is that you're not working with the city. You're working with
I'm just working with
church.
the church.
Yeah.
And they've already given me approval to go out there, and I've already maintained 3 of the holes, got them all nicely cleaned up. Didn't take away any of the challenge. I've just made it a little bit more favorable for when you go in the rough, Yeah.
Nice. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I'm happy. Like I had mentioned, or I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you're part of the team. Have been for this is your 3rd year as a part of the team. So for all you fun folks who are interested, our 2025 team announcements are coming up either Thursday or Friday. As soon as I get contracts back and a post made up, so that'll be exciting. As a team member, I guess, how do you, for lack of a better word, not necessarily leverage, but like, how is it being on the team and also having these like dual goals? I guess like you have the team member, you have the door disc responsibilities, but you also have your own personal responsibilities. Like I want to do this to this course and that with this course and all that kind of stuff. So how do you like not necessarily juggle, but use one or the other to your advantage? I guess.
Right. That's a difficult one to answer.
But you in the spot a little bit.
But I really enjoy being on Door Disc Golf because I am a Door County native. That's where this team originated from, and in part, it's kind of like I'm representing my hometown.
Sure. I did not know you were a Door County native.
I am a Door County native.
That's an actual surprise. Not a 4th-time recording surprise. I did not know that.
And so by being on Door Disc Golf, I try to represent the brand as best as possible, and I try to promote that, not over the top, but I try to promote that at the leagues as well.
Right.
Where it's like, hey, there's Door Disc Golf, we're the local disc golf store. Come check us out if you've never heard of us.
Yeah.
But I also try to help in a positive way for the disc golf community.
Yeah.
And my future goal is Pinecrest is kind of getting to that point where I'm able to step back a little bit because I have done so much work out there in the last 5 years. And so now I can start working at other courses, Spring Lake Church being one of them. But I don't want to stop there. I want to continue that through other courses in the Green Bay area that may need a little bit of a facelift.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's finally in there.
Perfect. We're gonna get your putt on this, and then I'm gonna actually start recording because I just am realizing now we didn't record these 2 holes to start. So we're not going to restart for a fifth time.
You just
we're just gonna put,
you folks
we're
just
just
won't
gonna
see
see our
those.
beautiful faces.
Yep.
And then we'll start recording on. Oh, what a great hole to start recording on too.
It is.
Because-
Tell us a little bit why it's so great.
Well, this hole is, as I switch over to the recording, is so great because I just aced this on Saturday.
You sure did.
I did. So
First one through the
first
simulation.
ever Link disc golf simulation ace. So I put it on my own like personal post, but never really the first person to do anything. So kind of cool feature.
Right.
I've been on an ace train lately. I actually witnessed an ace yesterday. Yesterday. It's Monday today. Monday night when we're recording. This comes out on Tuesday. Zach
Oh yes.
hit hole
15
at Rowan Ridge, orange to black.
Yep. Heard about it.
Yeah, with a Lotus, Clash Lotus.
Nice.
So it was amazing because we were looking at the shot. We were like, oh, this isn't like, it's a little bit left. It's going to be great. And we heard chains and we're like, there's no way. Like, this isn't, like, there's no way that was his shot. And we got up to the basket and Taylor and I are just like, holy man, you did it.
That's
like,
fantastic.
It was amazing. So a little bit of an ace streak from watching and from playing. So it's fun. I love that. I went on a drought for about a year and a half-ish, so it's nice to be able to get.
He doesn't do it again.
Just a little height, but just stick there. I love that line though. Like that's kind of the line, a little bit more height and a little bit harder, and that was the shot.
Yeah, moving forward, I'm not willing to give up on Pinecrest yet. You know, there's still a lot to do out there. In the future, I do want to get another third set of sleeves out there. Right now we have 2 sets, so we can put some alternate baskets in. But I do want to get a third set eventually, and I just want to start bringing more aesthetics to the course. So I actually do have a bunch of native flowers and native grasses and stuff that I'm going to be bringing out there for pollinators.
That would be sweet.
I also want to just beautify some things. So around some of the baskets and stuff, I do want to put wood chips down. Maybe from one basket to another hole.
Sure.
There's one in particular going from 3 to 4. It's very muddy. It needs some wood chips. And it's just little things like that. Cutting is always going to be a thing. It's going to be an every winter thing. Just kind of, you get new growth from the summer and you kind of got to knock it back just to keep it the way it is. And what I found is by doing that, you actually not prevent people, but you stop a lot of people from trampling the brush and the trees you want to keep. Because when it's really thick, when they get in a bad spot, they just start trampling things.
Sure.
But if you make it a little bit more favorable for people, you do start getting a little bit more of that growth in the rough.
Interesting. Tappers here for Lucas.
Tap, tap, baroo.
Oh, I thought that was popping right back out at us. There we go. Look at us go. There are the scores if you were interested. We
Yeah.
didn't play the first 2 holes well, so it's probably better that wasn't on camera. Or
I do want to mention Matt works full time here, so he gets a lot of time to practice the simulation. I come in once a week or so my time.
you are starting to become a regular user.
I am becoming a regular
See,
user.
when I hit the ace, I was so excited. I messaged our friends at Link, Ken specifically, who has been amazing to work with. We talk nearly every day, just because we're one of the more active users in it. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm really glad that you're the one who hit it. You're literally the super user." So I took it as a good thing. It probably could be a bad thing considering the amount I've played. I definitely have the most rounds played ever.
Probably.
So I'm number 1 probably in that too.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, moving forward, I kind of want, now that we have Shorewood, that really bodes well for our community because it's going to be bringing in so many more people to our area.
Yes, yeah.
Because before we had, we had Pamperin, Perkins, Pinecrest, then we had Legion, Dyer.
Okay, it's funny story.
Baird's.
I
So we
need to
had
go play Dyer.
Really?
Yeah, I've never
It's
played
tough
Dyer.
out there. That's
Is it?
one course that needs a facelift.
Yeah. Little bit of a drop for our Thursday episodes that are coming out. Our Thursday YouTube videos will be pretty much essentially Matt solo videos. And one of the series I'm doing is going to be a 9-hole feature course.
Okay.
So Dyer will be one of the courses that I'm going to play at some point. But it'll be nice. I'm really excited to kind of feature some 9-holers.
Oh, I didn't get enough Annie on that. But yeah, I kind of want to make Green Bay a little bit. It might be me, a little bit of a mecca. So if I want the Green Bay community to really come together, and we've kind of started that with Pinecrest. You're going with Pamperin and your leagues. We're gonna have Spring Lake Church coming up.
I run a league on
You do?
Thursdays, which I might be handing off just with the store, but we'll still have Thursdays. But yeah, I run a league. I took it from Jason this past year. So if anybody knew, but we're kind of in that beginning stages of, not beginning, but that 10 to 15 group that you were in a few years ago. So.
But I want, because we have 2,000 members in our club, and I want more of us to come together and just really start trying to promote more disc golf in the Green Bay area.
Sure.
And just get all of our courses up to snuff, just make them look pretty, because each one offers something different.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We're really lucky in that feature where, especially with the addition of Shorewood, like we've got a wooded course in Pamperin. Like we've got, that good mix of shorts and, 300 footers in Pinecrest. We've got Shorewood, which is your bomber. Like,
Yep.
I'm excited to host.
We have beginner courses.
Yeah, we have beginner courses. We've got great 9-holers. We've got so much, to offer here. And it's really nice to have that good mix. And I was just telling somebody who came into the store earlier today, I said, like, we're a sneaky
fortunate.
Good disc golf city.
Yes.
Like it's starting to get up there. I think like if we get the addition of like one more 18-holer, which would be tough to find land for in the area, but if we can get one more, with cement tee pads and all that kind of stuff, we'll be one of the better.
It's funny you bring that up. So I've talked to Mike Harris multiple times. Again, I'll just remind you folks, that's our Parks and Rec director for Howard Parks. We have the old Mach 2s that we had at Pinecrest, and when we took them out, he told me that we can do whatever we want with the pins, whether we want to use them back out on the course or come up with ideas for using them elsewhere.
Oh.
Meaning he is open to the idea of finding the land that's another Howard Park and installing either another 9-holer or an 18 if it has enough land.
Interesting.
So this winter, I've already looked at different parks, but I want to reach out to Mike.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to plant the seed for that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Because if we can get that another 9-holer and get 2 tee pads, or we can get that another 18, it just offers us another course that we can go out, play on, have a league at, and just really start developing disc golf in the Green Bay area. I mean, we've had disc golf here from what I know, 2007. That's when Pinecrest went in. I don't know when the other courses went in.
Yeah, I guess the other one
been here for a while.
Brought up is like Baird's Creek. Like Baird's is a decent.
Baird's
course.
been here for a long time.
Yeah, Baird's has been in a recent redesign. Like
I love the redesign.
I really like it as well. I haven't played it much because I'm a cement tee pad snob. So like I can't play on gravel at all, which is what Baird's has right now. So I really need cement tee pads or some sort of like decent tee pad. Like I'd even go with like turf, but there's mixed opinions about that too. So
I want to add though, while we're waiting for your shot to finish here, we wouldn't be where we're at with Pinecrest without the community.
Oh yeah.
Because even though I start a league and I have those 8 to 10 to 12 people, if I would never have had the support of the community and pushing me or giving me their ideas like, hey, let's make this a better course, I don't think it would have happened. And through the years, I've had the support of the village.
Yeah.
I've had the support of the community. I've had the support of Door Disc Golf to make those disc golf decisions and get one of those courses moving forward in a positive direction.
Which is like that that's your almost like slice of like humble, well, not humble
Humbleness.
pie, but
Well,
like
I am a humble person.
Oh yeah, you
But-
absolutely are. That's not like that's without question. But it's just oh my gosh.
Hit a tree, please. Hit
Hit
a
a
tree,
house.
please. Hit a tree.
Oh, we're
Okay,
gonna
I
see-
am down the mountain, folks.
No, you finally hit a tree. Oh, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll. Yeah, but like you're right. Like a lot of times it doesn't happen without like it's one man doesn't make a like create a village, right? Like
Exactly.
You're not able to do that. So it's nice that the community has been there and strong. Like I would say Green Bay is one of the most like opinionated isn't the right word, but like if there's a voice that wants to be heard, a lot of people in Green Bay will make sure that their voice is heard, for good and for bad, right?
Exactly.
And that's very good because that helps us make decisions on what we want to do to make things better. So
Absolutely.
it's awesome. It's great. We appreciate DoorDisc. It's nice to have an ambassador like yourself as a part of our team because it's just like you can't ask for a better person who showcases the game as much as you do. Like you're also the one thing we haven't mentioned is that you're also a very good disc golfer. Like
This doesn't show it, but
this is different. This is game. But you're a very very good disc golfer. You've got a cannon for an arm. Your putt is one of the spinniest putts I've ever seen. Like, oh, I got a little weird kick, but like one of the spinniest putts I've ever seen, and I like that a lot because I've always wanted to be a spin putter, so I've always been a little jealous. But so you're always a great ambassador. So it's nice that we have you on the team, and we're excited for 2025 and ways that we can help you out with that. What?
yes, look at
That's
that
what
spin
a
putt.
great spin putter.
Another thing that's helped for you folks that want to know more about like what can I do in my community, becoming a UDisc ambassador was a big game changer for me because UDisc it's revolutionized how we keep score on the course, but it's helped a lot with doing league directing, actually showing course statistics. And ever since I became the ambassador for Pinecrest course, I get those raw numbers that I can then carry on to the director of the parks and say, hey, this is what's happening. From your redesign in 2017, we were having 100 plays per year, and now we're up to 3,000.
Yeah, just numbers, just raw numbers. Anytime you go to anybody, like to have numbers in your hand is always like
It's a game
the
changer.
number one ticket. Business, village, private property, like you have those numbers, and you can. What's nice is that you can use the numbers that you've had at Pinecrest and the success you've had there over the years, and show that to some place that is prospective disc golf, right?
Yep,
So
absolutely.
UDisc ambassadors, get your courses on UDisc.
I think
Use the numbers.
The biggest takeaway, just don't be afraid.
Yeah.
If you're passionate about disc golf and you want to see the courses in your area improve, just get after it. Ask those tough questions, figure out who owns them, and just keep asking questions. Can we do this? Can we do that? And just be that person that is an advocate in your area.
Yeah. No, 100%. Lucas, you've done a great job of that. Thank you. We did it.
Thanks for having me.
Take 4.
Take 4. 4 is the lucky number,
4
man.
is the lucky number.
Thanks for having
It's
me.
a pleasure.
I look forward to doing maybe a little what's in the bag later.
Yes, yeah. So our Fun Fridays, I don't think I mentioned that, but we've got a nice little schedule coming out of things that will be on our YouTube channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. Get your friends to subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Never been one of those like and subscribe type people, so I guess I am now. That's it.
You got to now that you're on YouTube.
Yeah, so Friday will be our Fun Friday stuff. Thursday will be, I kind of mentioned the 9-hole series that I'm coming out with. That'll be kind of my solo round stuff. Wednesdays, looking at challenges. Sim series, obviously, on Tuesday. And then Monday, about every other Monday, Night Owls will drop. So
All right.
every day of the
Fantastic.
week. Remember, you can get all your supplies, DoorDisc, DoorDisc.com. You can come in, you can try Link. And we've got Tech Disc here. No excuse for not becoming a better disc golf. New year, new you.
Yep.
Better putter.
Come in and get your putts in.
Yeah, get your putts in, get your throws in. Starting to cool off here in Wisconsin, so what better place to come to it than DoorDisc?
Absolutely.
So thanks again. Appreciate it.
Later, buddy.
Remember, everybody, keep it subpar.